Hello everyone. It is time. Wait. My mic was turned all the way down. I think on... When was the last time I was using this? Probably last Friday at game night. My wife was making desserts and being very loud in the kitchen. Not her fault, but it was very, very loud. So I turned the mic input down. That way it would only pick up if I was like right here, right next to it. But you were making meringue and it was delicious. Anyway, we are here for the last one. The last stream, at the very least for a while. It's going to be quite a bit until stream comes back, and then it will not come back in the form that it's been. It will be very impromptu when it does come back. And Supreme is right. I was the first at its beginning, and I shall stand here the first to its ending. I cannot allow anyone to take the honors from me, not this time. Yeah. So the why is real life has taken a priority for a reason. You know, I got married. I'm finishing my PhD on July 22nd. I have a month to finish everything up. And brand new news to the channel for everybody who's here. I have a job. I applied to 72 different jobs and heard back from 10 in total over the course of a few months. Had interviews with 3. Technical interviews with 2. And then I got an offer. So I am employed. I have a job employment jump scare. Yeah, this is where we usually censor the O in job. So I have a job. So I have to finish this PhD, and yeah, there it is. There's the censored job. And then my wife and I have to move to Seattle. So that's gonna be fun. And that's kind of like, I knew that something like this was gonna happen. I was gonna need to finish the PhD and finish up everything because I was gonna have a job and it was gonna be such a big thing. So really I was trying to wrap up stream like a month ago, but then a bunch of things got in the way and I had to cancel a bunch of streams and we got way behind. So yeah, it took a minute to actually get everything together to the point where we can end stream for a time. And when stream does return, it's going to be a very different form than it has been currently. No more rigorous this day, this time, for this long. It will be a, hey guys, I feel like streaming. Come hang out for as long as I have free. And then we just hang out for a while. And that'll be great for the Discord, to be a part of the Discord for that. And it'll be really interesting to see how that all ends up evolving and whatnot. But that's why this is going to be the last one for a time. And this will be all she wrote for now. So, yeah, that's kind of the big news. The big point of the stream is we're finishing it. We're putting a good cap on the stream, and we're calling it there. Also, Kitty, good luck moving in 10 days. I hope that goes well. It's a process. I still have the any percent run to beat if we finish Lost Race early. That was close. I walked into her. Room. Shit, that sucks. Damn. Okay. No, we use the tools when we get further into the fight. Because if we use the tools too early and then suck the rest of the time, then we just end up dying with the need to replace all of our tools. As opposed to what I'm doing now, where if we suck early, then we can still win with tools and clutch like phase 4. Ow, I forgot about that part of phase 3. That was unfair. That sucks. Okay, phase 4 time. Oh, I forgot. Oh, shit! No! No! Oh! No. Shit. I got greedy. Oh yeah, that's it. Damn. Oh, that was close though. Yes, there will be like a realistic range of like, this is a day that I'm more likely to be able to stream. Like, there will be guaranteed days that I definitely can't, and then there will be days that are a lot more likely. Oh no, your girlfriend is British. I'm so sorry to hear that. More disappointed if she was French. That's a good point. Oh, speaking of the French, omelets. And I was folded like one. Man, after just hitting phase 4, phase 1 feels like a breeze. Shut up. Shut up! You're making me nervous. I didn't mean to hit that button again. I was outside of that. I wasn't expecting her to move like that. Ah, no, that's so sad! Nice. Lace 2 is more fun than Lost Lace? Heretic. Heretic. Which comes first, the funnies or the really important stuff? Let's do funnies first. There's already lots of important in the first quick little bit of stream. Damn. I jumped. That time she jumped. I literally jumped into it too, trying to get damage. Dice just saved my life? That's phase 4. Oh, those things get rid of the tax, that's it. Oh, yeah. I was just on the edge of it and it got me. That's unfortunate. If stream pins, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but adios for now. Lost Lace is less satisfying than Lace 2's straightforward nature. If you try to get clever, she'll demolish you. I mean, yeah, it's true. When you were no-hitting 1-3, informed me while she was watching me fight the boss, she was covering her eyes and looking away from the screen after every parry. Yeah, I bet. But it's okay, because Lost Lace will also humble you if you try to get clever with her. I did ever so too tight of a turn. And there too. I wish there was a way to just swing behind you. Oh, why? That sucked. That was pretty clean. It was scary. I'm allowed to be scared. You are allowed to be scared. 4-minute round when it's capped by a boss, or the most damage efficient way to hit a parry is to not look at it and hit it blind? Nuh-uh. I can barely track projectiles I can see. Why? That was not supposed to be a pogo input. That sucks. There it is. There it is. The most damaging way to parry it is to stare at its weak point, so you can guarantee that's where your parried projectile is going. I see. So you don't stare at the projectile, you stare at the boss. So you just have to know. There was a safer way to parry, but Supreme being Supreme, yeah, Supreme being Supreme, said, fuck that noise. Goodbye. Stand in front of it completely still, just aura farming, and then if you hit the timing window completely blind, knowing a single mistime is a loss of five whole minutes. I mean, 5 minutes isn't a terribly long amount of time, but also it sucks. Of course the flies are following. Stinky. Streamer. I do love this scene. With the knight. Hi, buddy! What up, guys? That was, holy cow. And everybody that like just played Silksong and didn't play the other one are looking at that like, who the fuck saved us from the Shadow Realm? Who is that guy? And everybody else is like, oh, it's him! He's literally him! Such a good... Yeah, my pronouns are he because I'll never be him. Okay, I'm one step closer to being him. I'm employed. No. No. Yeah, honestly. She's like hundreds of years old in a child's body with a child's mentality, knowing that she's hundreds of years old and knowing that she was made to be the perfect child. Can you imagine the weight on your shoulders at that point? And then to realize that your mother, whom you tried to help overthrow at the last possible moment, gave her life and every other being of her essence, ruining an entire world just at an attempt to keep you safe. That's... What do you do with that? Yeah, that's a lot to unpack in therapy. That's a lot. No, you do not start drinking. No. No. And this whole game is made by 4 people. One of which is the composer. I mean, I guess there are, you know, there's also these people testing in QA, additional character designs, then you've got all of the voice actors. But like the core of the code, the story, the world design, such a good game. 5 minutes is a lot when you beat the whole level where every single attack gives you a heart attack right beforehand. That's a good point. Hitting the blind windows with those nerves just feels so fucking cool. It's gotta. I mean, I feel really good that that only took us three tries? Three tries? That's amazing. Like, I'm really glad that that only took us 3 tries. To get through all of that. That makes me feel really cool, because it makes me feel like I'm actually good at the game to beat the boss that genuinely was the hardest in the game. It felt great to just do that in 3 tries like that. And that's the 3rd time that I've beat her. I beat her once, and then went and 100%ed my like OG save file. And then... Look at that. Sub 17 minutes. 17 minutes? Man, that would be a world record and a half. Sub 17 hours. Slightly over half time. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, 17:03 according to the main menu screen. And now into the any % run. My mindset was that I should learn how to beat the boss quickly and efficiently rather than at a slow, steady pace. Yes, yeah, quickly and efficiently is definitely a good way to go. 2-4 hitless, but Supreme refuses to play it because of a specific bug preventing him from playing his specific rule set. Honestly, I can understand that. I can definitely understand. I feel so slow. Damn, that's unfortunate. That sucks, dude. That's awful. That's awful. We haven't beaten 2-3 hitless? Weren't we talking about 1-3 earlier? I feel like we were talking about 1-3. So, did you beat it hitless and just not P rank, or did you beat it P rank but just not hitless? That's not the button I wanted to hit. That was a quick end. Talking about 1-3 and then brought up 2-4. Clarify we haven't gotten that far. Okay. I see. Damn. Damn. No! Keep your little fucking cog flies off of me! Oh, come on. That sucks. That sucks worse. Oh, I couldn't get a heal off there. Yeah, Doctor Who is dead. They canceled it. Yeah, they canceled it. They straight up canceled it. When Harriet Jones was ousted as Prime Minister, she gained a vendetta against Doctor Who. Specifically the man, not the show. Who could blame her? Damn. Yeah. Yeah, they did bring David Tennant back again because viewership was just bad. They did cancel it before, and then they brought it back. I personally like the modern as in like the revamp, like starting with Christopher Eccleston, better than the OG shit. But I think that's just like the era. I watched like 2 episodes a long time ago. Yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. I think it was a problem that I had with the pacing, and I think it's because of the fact that it was so old. That's a little, no, it's a little different. Right. I'm so not locked in because of this conversation. Why did I do that? Damn. Fucking bell throwers. No! I blame that on the Doctor Who discussion. I blame that on the Doctor Who discussion. I fully do. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Technically not canceled. It was on competitive tender, but Doctor Who wasn't canceled in the 90s either, so... Big Finish is better than the classic era and the revival. I guess that's fair. Reason to be connecting far more in the space of 3D art and modeling. Surprisingly meant a lot of professional writing. That actually makes a lot of sense. Strange past week. I'm scheduling shit and pre-writing formatted response. Your current dialogue. That's sick. Why was I facing the wrong? Nope. Kill me. Kill me. This attempt's over. This attempt's over. Just get it over with. I was facing the wrong direction. I'm so upset about that. I thought I was one ahead. I was expecting the bell ringer to come out. This is where I thought I was. That's so unfortunate. I tried to pogo and missed. Oh, it bounced off the wall and hit me. Got it. Woof! I don't even know how many times I've tried that. I've probably, in this run in its entirety, I've probably spent 45 minutes or longer on that. Genuinely. Whew. Okay. Okay. Better because I truly believe... As someone who was born and technically became a fan during the wilderness years, this feels better and worse at the same time. Better because I truly believe the BBC want Doctor Who to continue, unlike in the 90s. Worse because Doctor Who's reputation might genuinely be worse than it was in the 90s, not helped by the fact that there isn't an incumbent Doctor for the EU stories. Man, I'm so used to having a better needle than this. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I'll get enough shell shards to recoup my fourth cogfly in the first place. I did. I had exactly enough to recoup the last cogfly, which we are going to save for Grandmother's Hill. Yeah. It's funny because in comparison, the last two seasons of the classic show are really good. Supreme would agree too. JNT versus the Andrew Cartnell. Does that mean anything to you? I don't know how your wife feels about JNT versus the Andrew Cartnell stuff. There are some ZZZ models which are paid to access. Unfortunately, some characters are slim in terms of the full models. So paid are the only options. Fair. The rules for the 3D game have one very clear rule. Either the model has to be free, or you can release it with the creator's documented permission. Oh. So you could go to like the devs and get their permission to release the paid ones? Love that you can pause stream and come back and tell exact what wave based on the corpses on the floor. I was getting the waves confused there a little bit, which is unfortunate, but when I go for my Steel Soul run in my free time, it's going to be really interesting. Because I'm kind of going to take the 100% route and do that very, very late. I just beat up your, like, super duper overpowered version. You think you can stop me? Oh, well, maybe you can. I gotta shut up. I shouldn't have opened my fat fucking mouth. I'm a chud is what I am. Like a Chad, but whatever turning an A into a U means. Sure are. You sure are. I won't. I won't. I won't. Oh my gosh, this arena really is so small. Get pogoed, idiot. Yeah, because I played the needle in for it. What do you mean, no? Yeah, I played the needle in to open the door. No, it doesn't. It looks like a guitar because I have to play music to open the door. So the door looks like a guitar because I have to play music to open the door. It is cool. You do play guitar very well. How'd that hit me? That one was obvious how it hit me, but the first one, I don't know. Visually, second lace is better? No. I mean, the arena, yes. The arena is gorgeous with all the flower petals, yes. But I think that Lost Lace herself is more visually cool than Lace 2, genuinely. I love the small arena. It forces you to actually duel and engage with her attacks. I mean, it does, but it's not as hard, I'd say, even though I'm, like, literally dying. I forgot that she does it twice now. Damn. No! No. I'm so close. I was so close. Oh, I was so close. Damn. Oh. Lost Lace is more. Lost Lace is more emotional. Yes. Difficulty does not translate directly into fun, but I'm genuinely finding this more difficult than Lost Lace. I don't know if that's just because I spent so much more time on Lost Lace than I did on this boss, so I know it a lot better, or like exactly what the case is there. But this feels a lot more difficult. Maybe it's like equipment level. That heal was worthless. Now it was doubly worthless. And now it was triply worthless. It's probably the space, yeah. Yeah, duel with a killer violin and dramatic flower field. This is Bloodburn's Garum in the best way. It is. It is. It feels like a Souls-like thing. It's personal. Lost Lace is also personal, but the arena is just so much more vast. I think that mistakes are punished a lot more heavily. If we could just do, yeah, if we could just keep doing that. Oh. I missed. Damn. Fuck, I keep forgetting that she has a hitbox when she does that. I definitely lost that because I didn't think that she had a hitbox when she goes out into a circle like that, because Lost Lace, when the circles appear, she goes away. She has dove into the ink, into the void. Yeah, locked in a box with a tiger. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. I hate Area of Denial. Area of Denial is my least favorite mechanic in a game. You're gonna give me all of this, like, great stuff that I can move with, and then you're gonna say, but not you, no, not here. You can't move here. I hate that. Small space, yeah. Those are basically the same thing. I think so. That sucks. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely think that the spot is decorated the way that it is because of the fact that this is where lace was actually made. I don't exactly know why the elevator leads here. Because the elevator was devised by everybody that wanted to keep the Citadel going, who wanted to keep Grandmother Silk asleep. That sucks. No way! I just wasted the cogflies! Oh, it's so frustrating. I just needed one more hit. Oh. Oh. So there's one actual creator of the paid models, but then on their server, there's some, like, alternative versions. I'm assuming that's what you mean by forks. Forks on, like, a GitHub project. An alternative version that isn't, like, the canon version that's actually in the game files. But one that's close enough that, you know, most people wouldn't really mind the subtle differences here. Finally, dude. Oh my. I would rather no-hit Lace 2 over Lost Lace any day. I'd rather no-hit either of them. Or I'd rather not no-hit either of them. I'd rather plenty of hits, both of them. I feel like that's reasonable. The guy who's willing to try and no-hit Brutal Sisyphus Rhyme arms only. Yeah, exactly. No, Lost Lace no-hit would be such an insufferable slog. It would. They both would, in my humble opinion. One thing I really wish he did at some point is try the challenge. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Why did you do that? That sounds like an awful one. Oh, so the forked models include everything, so it's a technicality. My favorite kind of workaround. Technically correct one. But it changes the fight. It changes the fight and makes it harder. And Lace 2 and Lost Lace are both already hard. Does Lost Lace have a parry? Yes. We're in the end game now. What, am I gonna fight the sun? I was kidding! Work was so boring today that at this point I feel bad for being unproductive. I had 2 conference calls and some other lazy stuff to do. I remember those days fondly. Today was the first day that I got home from the lab before 5 p.m. in at least a week, maybe longer. Damn. Woof. Alright, phase 1. Oh. Still against sharing them because it's playing it risky and the models are too high effort to pay fast enough. So yeah, fair. They're still paid and people know they're paid, so at some point you would get checked for the quality. But if you can prove that the files were gathered from the forks, which are public domain, wouldn't that save you from that technicality or no? They actually take time to go down! That sucks. Damn. Close. Really close on a first try, and it takes them a second to go down. I wouldn't have taken 2 hits if I had actually just been patient. Go down. It would, but there's potential messy things outside of your control. Yeah, others reaching out to them due to curiosity. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Fair enough. All fair things. Delta Rune in 6 days. Not playing it, but yeah, honestly, what a guy, Toby Fox, honestly, giving me early access. So kind of him. He just knows how much I care about Deltarune. I've played literally none of it. He thought that I deserved it more than any of the other streamers. Because I'm just that cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Woof! That was almost a really bad move. Damn. Fuck. I need to focus more on dodging. Whew. Asked for permission and they said yes. Their wording made it rather clear that they did not fully understand what was in the forks. So you still get to use them on a technicality because they said yes, but now it's a conscience problem because they obviously don't realize that what's in the forks is the same as what's in their ass. Damn. Nope. Close. So close. I inspired the fever dream that created Deltarune? I did? It's in the newsletter. Oh man, I should probably read that, huh? I was cuddled up with my wife 2 nights ago and she started asking me about Chapter 5. She wanted to know when we're gonna play it together because I have work. Oh, that's adorable. I think that'll be something that'll be nice. Actually having time to do things again together. More than just LOL watching our TV, you know? Yeah. That's really what it's been the past, like, a few months, because you were working late for a while, and then I was working late for a while, and the two never really overlapped. It was always one of us working late at a time. Two hours before bedtime, right. I think that'll be nice when we're both not coming home 2 hours before bedtime. A shorter commute for both of us will help with that a lot. Yeah. I always get so nervous about Hornet's hitbox because her head is just so fucking massive. 5 head, but it's not a compliment. No, I don't think it did, and I don't think I'm gonna. Damn! Okay, that time I just got overzealous. Now, if that ain't the realest shit, babe, you have no clue how hot it is when you want to be included in stuff that you barely understand just because I care about it. Pretty sick. Yeah, literally. No. I also haven't played Case. No. Oh, I can, but that would not be fun. It would not be fun for me. That sounds awful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That sounds awful. We're talking about Kerbal Space Program. And how she would watch me play Kerbal Space Program. And then started being like, oh, is there a way that we could play it together? Like, could you just baby me? And I'm like, that sounds terrible. I know too much about orbital mechanics. Yeah, that would not be relaxing or fun. That would just be very frustrating. Make it low and slow. Make it hit anyway. Why? It's only supposed to be 3 in a row! That was like 4! I gotta lock the fuck in, or I'm literally going to run out of time. Ugh. 3:30. Okay, we still have an hour and a half of leeway, so I'm not as stressed, I guess. Now, if I use that screenshot as evidence, it directly contradicts what I'd be releasing, and it would make you look less trustworthy, which is a factor that you have to be considering. Image, as of now, is squeaky clean. Yeah, let's keep it that way. That's a good approach to be taking. Yes, I approve. Benji approved. I don't make models like that, so I like them to be public. Me. The guy looking back. Obviously. She is fun, but I'm just getting frustrated. Okay, main piece of the funny stuff. Lock in, get twisted. More time to chat after each attempt? Sure, I can do that after this attempt. Let's do that. First time that we've gotten to phase 2 in a minute. Me and my at-the-time friend tried playing Pikmin 2 by taking turns, and it was a genuinely horrible experience. I don't know why I said it like that. The friendship ended really terribly. We're married now. Or no, sorry, not ended terribly. I phrased that really terribly. The friendship went sideways. We're married now. That's like introducing your wife as your ex-girlfriend vibes, is what that gives you. Hey guys, this is my ex-girlfriend. You need to stop introducing me like that. I am your wife. Well, it was either get hit by the spikes or get hit by the rocks, and I chose the rocks. I would hope so. Seeing as I'm the one you're stuck with. I did enough damage to her with them after she didn't want to stay down. That sucks. Got it. Oh, phew. My ex-girlfriend, my extra girlfriend. Get the fuck out. Did you know? No, extra is not married. Extra is in like super. Yeah. You know, I was in. No, not extra girlfriend as inside piece. Get your mind out of the dirt. We're happy relationships here. Urging yet? Is it? Kind of. Last 4 iterations have all been same lower bound, which means minimum of 6 to go. Yeah, man, they did awesome with this. Is why it took so. Yeah, I was in the corner for a minute there, but I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. She poked me in the side as I was doing a little happy dance. She poked me in the side while I was doing a little happy dance. This is what marriage is all about, guys. It is. This is what marriage is all about. She's bully your ass, bro. She sure was bully my ass, bro. Alright, that should, emphasis on the should, because should assuming monsters, be enough time to spare that we can get the achievement. And then we can get started on Steel Soul, I suppose. Because I don't want to end stream yet. There's still things that Supreme wants to talk about. I don't want to be done with streaming yet, so keep on keeping. I like how the credits are different format for the different endings. Which one did I miss? Which one? Yeah, no, I'm up to speed, I believe. Give me the achievement. Give me the achievement. Yes! Solid minute mark, too. Speedrunner. Yes. I didn't read the Kerbal one? Oh! the no, not that option, you dumb fuck. My lovely wife. You have called me a dumb fuck before, you're right. You have. No, it's only doing something silly. Yeah, usually. Usually when you're being silly and tripping over things.
Ah, fuck.
You dumb ass. What are you doing? Bartender, give me one achievement, please. I only have 2 left, and then I've 100%ed 100% of Silksong. And they are both, in fact, Steel Soul achievements. So the entire point here is going to be not speed. And I don't care if it takes me as long as the first playthrough. Play this safe.
Friend.
Apparently you called me a dumb fuck when I said that Oscar the Grouch's life didn't seem so bad. I don't remember that conversation. I do believe it. Apparently that is a dumb fuck statement. No, they can't. You're not being loud enough. That's okay. I've ruined plenty of them myself. It was a good time. We have muffins. Yeah, speak for yourself. I think there's plenty of chocolate. Nary a chip in sight. All the ones I've had have been plenty chocolate. And I've got massive sweet. Oh, I missed! I have never and will never lose a run in Lost Grotto. I lost a run to Lace. I lost one to Bell Beast. That's why it's called Oscar the Grouch, you dumb fuck, apparently were your exact words. My wife called me a bitch boy today. Well, the only thing to ask yourself is, were you being a bitch boy? That's often my reflection. Was I being a bitch boy when she called me that? No, you just call me a bitch baby. Difference isn't that big. It was a frayed rosary string. 30 rosary. Your crow spirit animal doesn't care because it's shiny. Yes, it did present itself in a very... Yes, dear. You are oh so correct. You're allowed to have a muffin without me having one. You don't have to be a social eater. You can just eat a muffin by yourself. You dumb fuck. There you go, have a muffin. See, I don't care, they're our muffins. You're the one that had to deal with me coming home even later because I was watering his plants. don't know, man. Pick a better muffin. Pick a better muffin. That one's got barely any chalky chips in it. You want a chalky. There's fudge in the fridge. In the freezer. So as of now, I've pre-written a professional DM for the model's creator to come to some official model redistribution terms. As like a preemptive thing, or as like a if they decide to call me out thing. The only thing Dio calls me is either cute or a slur that I can't say on YouTube. There is little in between. Sounds like some of our IRL friends. Trying to dash. I don't have dash. Once you have a solid screenshot of the agreed upon terms, I will have opened the floodgates for me, and you will gain an even stronger reputation in the game server. Precisely. Grow the influence. Become ungovernable. Yeah, period cramps are a bitch. Period cramps are a bit. Screenshot will be included in the folder of any of the models that you release as proof of permission. Yeah, there you go. As like almost as a readme or a readme adjacent. I miss Dio real. Dio's been particularly busy lately, haven't they? Little guys.
Oh, Bilby!
Bilby, more like dead. I will have other opportunities that I can talk to Pilgrim. Yeah, I might. I just don't want to. I just don't want to right now. That's alright. It's a lot better when I'm just maneuvering around as opposed to in the middle of a boss fight and then you freak out and shake my chair. That becomes a problem. Some months before you get to any of them, so it's simply for later. That and as a point of format. Yeah, it's good to have your butt covered. Just to make sure that all's good. I have to go then. Those ones are nice. They've gone to Britain, and no one's heard from them since. Might be on the streets. A pickpocketer Oliver Twist style. Bastard. Busy recently getting ready for and now being on vacation. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially being on vacation in another country, it's definitely nice. Lots of travel, time zone differences, big stuff like that. Okay, all the context is now laid in place. Oh no! Shit! That was so great until it wasn't. Woo! That's okay, I was freaking the fuck out. Okay. Oh, shush. Pre-written DM if you want to read it. 1, because funny professional language, and 2, feedback, since you're allegedly a professional who does writing stuff. I mean, I've got... not... I don't know how many publications I have at this point. I think 10, and it will be 11 by the time that I'm done. Oh, yeah, no, the dissertation does count as a publication. Doy. I'm sitting here like, I have 4 journals that are my own, and I was co-author on another that was not mine. And then I'm on journal versions of all of those, so that's 10. And then I'm on a separate journal that is my professor's that I was not on the conference for, so that would be 11. But then 12 would be, yeah, 12 would be the dissertation. Yeehaw. No, why not? Share the text. What you got? It's her favorite guys. Okay, so the mic is picking that up. All the funny things that you were saying earlier that were lost to the world, but then that you want to have picked up. Mm-hmm.
I wanted.
Right. Don't worry, dear. I'll loop my way back around. She saw the shiny and went, ooh, there's more shiny. Oh, I really did almost get his ass. Race to read on stream? Maybe not. Kinda depends on just how finely the line is walked. That snuck up on me. I'm apologizing if that ended up having the mic pick that up. Yeah. Wife P892 2026 quotes. Benji wife discover fire. I'm not gonna do that. It's okay, because I'm not gonna do it. It's okay, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. Rhymes with grug. Yes, dear. No, he was freaking out there for a minute. An actual fully long professional thing. Yeah, I mean, we can definitely take the time to read it. Maybe I'll read excerpts from it. You would. You would love this crazy bitch. I think that you would. I think that you would be friends. Yes, yes she does. Including the hitting people with her stick.
Yeah. At my bridal shower.
Benji wife got a role in an unearthly child. Benji wife also fucking hate Doctor Who, the man. Berry picking. Berry picker.
I'm a woman?
Made sure that one got picked up my ass.
I aspire to be your bog witch wife.
You are my bog witch wife. What do you mean aspire to be?
There's nothing left of that chicken carcass when I'm done with it.
No, there is not anything left of the chicken carcass when you're through with it.
Mushy bits.
Sometimes not even that. Yeah, but then it goes in the woods. Ergo, no longer mushy bits. That is why the crows hang out so much, and you like your crows. For some reason. Once it is read or decided, I will close the big detail I've been leaving out and then get to the important update. You send it yet? I don't have, because of the fact that I'm streaming, my OBS has everything. I can't actually tell if you... It is sent. Okay, okay. And let's grab bench. We'll take a... Awa. You were in fact yawning, and I was making fun of it. Oh, it's not too long. Hammer time. Break it down. We just put it up. New iteration. Are we still converging? I think so. I think that word is at the very least off limits via TOS, so we're gonna not do that. How can I rephrase? And we'll just let people fill in the blanks. Forgive the long DM, but I would prefer not to drag this conversation out for the convenience of us both. Strong opening. You respect their time, you want them to respect your time. I think that it's a business proposal of sorts. I think that makes a lot of sense. This is regarding the folder redistribution matter. You've answered before, but I deemed additional clarification necessary as to not potentially go against your wishes. I'm here to establish clear redistribution terms for those models. Very clear topic of the like overall purpose. You're readdressing the subject, the folder redistribution, and you're setting the tone that you're clarifying their previous response to make sure that you're respecting them as the original authors of these models. Great so far. Liking this a lot. I'll run through the important points as I'm uncertain if you saw me discuss them previously. Recapitulation, we love a recap. I believe you're under the misconception that the versions of your models in that folder remove content to leave reason to purchase yours. They do not. That's a bit word salad. I believe you're under the misconception that the versions of your models in that folder remove content to leave reason to purchase yours. They do not. That sentence confuses. They purely add content. Nothing is removed. Oh, okay. So you're saying the models that you've created in the folder for the redistribution add content to the models rather than removing content from them. I feel like that first sentence of the first bullet could be cleaned up, but the second sentence clarified. Second, your wording and reasoning to me sounded as though you would be displeased with redistributing these blend files with their full contents despite your initial approval. Maybe I didn't have all the context, because I thought they were fine with redistributing the forks, but not realizing that the forks themselves are the original models. But overall, that bullet's fine. I intend to convert them into a Unity game asset file for a specific game community and then to redistribute them in that compressed form only, specifically only that compressed form. The compromises and changes to models needed for that conversion would greatly diminish their value to your intended customers, the Blender artists. I do not believe my distribution in this form will compete with or pouch, I think that's probably supposed to be poach, P-O-A-C-H, potential customers from your models in any way. So that's a good way of saying your intended audience is not the audience in which I will be redistributing. I am taking your stuff and then modifying it for a different purpose. That would be like me taking a native file in C, reprogramming it in Python, and then redistributing it to a completely separate customer-based community. Like, instead of scientists and researchers, high school educators. You know, there's a gap between the two. So a non-compete would still be obeyed. And I think that one's fine, minus the spelling error. With this said, I want a clear answer. Again, rewrapping it back into the topic, wanting a clear answer about whether or not they're okay with things. Are you fine with the conversion of the full contents of these blend files and the distribution of them as game assets? Or would you wish to establish stipulations such as the removal of some of the specific options that are within the folders themselves? Crediting you as the creator of the models will be done by default, regardless of your overall answer. Thank you kindly in advance for your time. That's great. That's a great final little wrap up there. Readdressing the point of the message in the first place, and then discussing exactly what they are okay with and what they are not okay with, and opening the floor for them to make new stipulations is good. And then, yeah, thanking them for their time, very professional. Thank you kindly in advance for your time. Forks serve as modifications of their models. See the word, so you can guess what they would remove to leave the purchase. Right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Good. Fill in the blank on specific game community. That's all I have to say. Fill in the blank. Yeah, overall, that's really good. I'm sure that's probably not the first iteration. I'm sure that you've gone through it a few times. Going poster blind is something that I will often struggle with. Thank you kindly in not advance for your feedback. Yeah. That was one of the two things you asked for. One, funny professional language while talking about that specific topic. And then two, feedback. Hey, really, the only things that I think aren't as, like, fully polished as they maybe should be is that first sentence of the first bullet point is kind of word salad-y. It's hard to understand exactly what the meaning is without taking a pause and reading the second sentence of the same bullet. And then the poach instead of pouch. LOL, got her. More condensed terminology, bigger words equal less words, and more precise ideas. Yeah, I mean, you could use bigger words to solve that problem. I think really it's just a flow of the sentence kind of a problem. Already fixed the typos on the personal copy of the message. A private server where it was a... Right. That makes sense. Typos are one of those things that always ends up getting me. I mean, my third journal paper came back with reviews in May. No, it came back in March. They were due at the beginning of May. That's what it was. But I misspelled an acronym. Instead of right ascension of the ascending node, RAAN, I typed RANN, and then I missed it. And one of the reviewers was like, typo, page 14. I'm like, fuck! I'm going to try really hard to make sure that my fourth paper doesn't have any typos in it, because I feel like that would just really decrease the quality of the fourth paper overall. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Hello, Belby. Oh yeah, no, I can definitely tell that like there's an outcome that you're desiring, and it's subtle enough to not step on anybody's toes, but it's also obvious enough that they'll take it into consideration, even if only subconsciously. Like you're leaning towards a specific outcome, that you want, but you also want to respect them as the original content authors. And that's a really good way to be taking it. And we're not quite as concerned with time or routing, so we're kind of just gonna go for whatever at this point. Yeah. The third point is the most positive part of it all, and is also the most eloquently written. Is sweetening the pot with non-compete. It's not going to be a competition between what I'm releasing to this community and what you're giving payment for, or requiring payment for your own community. Those two things are separate. They're disjoint. They're completely and entirely apart from one. And that is the final aspect that you're bringing up. And that's a really good way to sort of complement sandwich it. And just give them, like, this is the things that I'm working with, and this is what I want to know. No, actually, I did not. I could not gather that you thought this person was... No, I did not get that vibe in the slightest. Which is good. You hid that in your tone, that you had a problem with the person that you're... Because otherwise, that's going to skew the results negatively, away from the result that you're hoping for. Alright, well that solves that. I'm just not gonna go for that. I write everything like it's an essay, but I don't feel like correcting the first draft. I am a very strong believer in the shitty first draft method, where your first draft that you write is fully and entirely for the purpose of getting something on paper. It does not matter how bad what you put on the page is. It does not matter in the slightest if it's just a bunch of garbage that you put on the page. It's at least a starting point. I'm also a very big proponent of bulleted lists. And then sub-bullets. So before I write full sentences or even full paragraphs, I'll take an entire section and I'll be like, okay, I want the flow of this section to read as these bullet points. And those bullet points are roughly the topic sentence of the paragraph itself, followed up with the, sub-bullets that are the general flow of each sentence that comes afterward. That typically tends to work for me and what I want to do. It gives me a really good template to be following as I'm just going everything very immensely. And some people may have a better time with that than others. Oh, if you've ever wondered why I talk in a superficially intelligent way online, well, sometimes. It's because law school has warped how I type long-ish messages. I write everything like it's an essay, but I don't feel like correcting the first draft. That makes more sense. My bad. I didn't realize I missed one. Sorry. That gives a lot more context. I hate this person, like, a lot. Some of their models are some immoral shit. Yeah, no, that's... I can see why that would be a problem. That tends to be my problem with, like, anime in general. is they just have some really, really skewed ways of portraying younger girls and boys. And sometimes... Yeah. I know she looks like she's 8, but she's actually 4 billion years old, guys. It's fine. The age of consent is 16. It's fine. Like, no. No, it's not fine, actually. It's not fine. Like, what are we doing here, guys? My colleague told me today that, somebody brought up the idea of raising the age of consent in Japanese parliament and was laughed out of the room. And I think that kind of shows where we're at right now. I don't know if he's right. Like, I genuinely don't know if he's right, but I don't know if he's wrong either. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it does in fact dampen the whole packet. Yeah, that would just straight up no longer be a medium. Because it's just, yeah. Good. Oh, no, you don't mean characters that look young. You mean like the actual canon 6-year-old version of the character. That is not legal. I'm sure there's a technicality that they're getting some credit from, but I hate it. If it were up to me, I would have pirated the fuck out of all of this person's stuff, and I have, and then redistributed them, but then, yeah, that hurts your personal credibility, because if you pirated from this guy that everybody agrees with you pirating from, then maybe who else did you... It reduces your overall image in the field and in the space, and that's not exactly a good thing overall. Even if it would be a good thing to pirate this creator individually. By the way, piracy is bad. Don't do it. But also, in a society where you own nothing, is piracy stealing? If buying isn't owning, is piracy really stealing? That's the question we should all be asking ourselves. Yeah, druggies don't pick their dealers. I love piracy, bro. Those swashbucklers and their little skull and crossbow and hats, and, you know, stealing from Netflix. I do oh so hate the flame. Oh my gosh, that guy's wearing clothes? I didn't know I could steal that guy's clothes. I've never killed that guy when I had this quest. Yeah, that's fucked up. The West could never understand. I don't think anybody understands. Except for the rich bourgeois. Certainly. Yeah, no, staying that professional in a DM to a person like that, especially when you have, and deservedly, have such a bias towards them as a person, being able to hide that emotion in an otherwise professional message to cover your ass from a legal standpoint, icing on the cake, man. You would be great at addressing reviewers for technical writing. Because you really have to keep yourself reined in. You can't just go balls to the walls and say that you hate reviewer 3 because it feels like their comments, they didn't review the paper. Like, obviously they say that they reviewed the paper, but boy howdy, it does not feel like it from the way that they have written their overall reviews, and that pisses you off to no end. But you can't tell them that. You have to just take their advice and address their comments, even if it's just, hey, yeah, so we did that, and so we rephrased and highlighted it. And then even if you didn't rephrase it, if they didn't read it in the first place, they're not going to know that you didn't actually rephrase it. Ow. It's a really fine balance to walk. Can I not get this guy? I don't actually think I can get this guy without dash. Huh. If I get the yes, you will never have to talk to them again. That's important. And then you'll have the biggest shit-eating grin on your face. You'll have revenge, in a way. 40 days until the bar. Man, you're gonna do great. I am wishing you all of the best. How long does it take to hear back from the bar? Like, you take it in 40 days, and then how long does it take before you find out whether or not you pass? It's gotta be, like, a month, right? For people to review it. Couple months, I mean, or something. Shit! I got distracted by my code sending me an email. We're still converged at the moment. Lower bound is not updating. How many iterations has it been? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 4 more, and if it continues to stay converged like this, then the algorithm has fully converged. Granted, that will not happen in a reasonable time tonight, so I will get to those results in the... Each iteration right now is taking... What's 1400 seconds? Basically, oh, my brain is too tired because it's been such a long day. 23 minutes. So, 4 more iterations, 24 minutes each, but it's only gonna go more. Well, it might actually converge by the time we're going to bed. Converge by roughly 10 p.m.
Magina Fora.
Purovara.
Yanara.
A little after 10 p.m.
Mario.
That's alright.
Fa Viona.
Yeah, if they don't think about it too much and then just say yes point blank, then you're guaranteed to be fine. You can just have that screenshot and then be done. Not that nervous about it. You've studied for it for almost a decade. Yeah, exactly. You just want it over with. Oh man, I hate that last little bit before the exam because you're just like, oh, I just want it to be done. I am as prepared as I am going to ever be. I cannot physically get any more prepared than I am right now. Just let me take the fucking exam and get it over. Already be way over what you need for the side of the game servers. Yeah, exactly. They'll take that image and then be done, and then you're just incredibly trustworthy. Exactly. You just get everything that you could ever need based on that one response of yes. How much longer are we going for? About a half hour. I mean, if I can get through, like up into Greymore, I think that'll be a good stopping point. Because Greymore starts part of the more complicated bits of routing. Damn. Okay, so these guys take 4 hits. Yeah, the bar is a multi-day exam. I think we talked a little bit about that last time. I didn't realize that, like, for most of my life. It was only very recently because of a TV show that I figured out that the bar was a multi-day exam. And I thought the PhD qualifying exam was bad. PhD qualifying exam was 4 hours of some of the hardest questions I've answered in my whole fucking life. And even after that, I still wasn't a PhD candidate. I was only a PhD candidate after I successfully defended my proposal. Which was like a year later. Hopefully a couple more years, but with my health, we'll see. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Maybe they were. Who knows? You think they'll actually bother in, like, checking? No, I don't think that they will. I think that they'll just go back to whatever the fuck they were doing and just leave you to whatever devices they think that you're doing, based off of the context of the interactions they've had with you so far. I don't think that they're actually gonna be dealing with any of it. "12 hours altogether, so like 4 hours, 3 days. 4 hours each day for 3 days. That's, well, that's awful. Model's essentially done aside from some review patches. Wow. You're just moving right along. I just felt like hitting that guy. That's literally all that was, is I just felt like hitting. Yeah, they are in fact too busy. You're gonna be just fine. Alright, let's not choke Lace here.
Buenera.
I don't have cloak. Shit. Didn't choke, didn't choke, didn't choke. Woo! That's where the professional writing started, writing at the devlogs. Yeah, the devlog post for the art pieces. Does Lace cover less distance with a double swing? Oh yeah, no, absolutely. She covers way less distance. Some states it's 6 2-hour days, and then others it's 4 hours for 6-hour exams. 2 days back to back? Sounds terrible. Why would anybody ever want to do that? I know for a fact I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, dear. I literally tried so hard to avoid that guy. Yes, this shiny is part of the route, a very necessary part of the route. Well, I mean, these are wild animals. Do that wrong. Gotta go this way, not that way. Hello, fourth chorus. We'll be back. I do love the fourth chorus fight. I never remember exactly where the hell I'm supposed to go. Isn't quite going to be released yet. Still need the thumbnail for the thread. Fair enough. So close, but not quite there. The only thing I want to be more than a lawyer is a husband, and I already did one of those things. That's awesome. That's fucking sick. Like, what a motivation in life. I want to be a lawyer and a husband, and I'm already one of those two things. So now you can go do the other one. Oops. Yeah, well, now you're gonna be. The maneuver to catch the little thing and also dodge the guy and also dodge the explosion. Yeah, it was sick. Swing. I was gonna say, where'd that guy's body go? I have all the shawls. He floated too far up. How many more do I need? My wife thinks the suits are hot, so that's a big motivation. My wife thinks that the intellect is hot, so that's a big motivation for me. She said the suit is also hot, so I guess that's also a good thing. I'm going to be dressed to the nines for my dissertation defense in July, so that's going to be fun.
Miofene?
Ah, that's why you wanted the art channel.
Cadestre. Fadastama.
Madon.
Now we get to be Floaty McFloaty Pants. This is all stuff I did for the 90% run, so it's kind of fresh in my... So it started on March 11th. That's the oldest file record. It's a long time. That's a long time for like a passion project. I think for me, the longest passion projects I've ever taken part in were Factorio related. My Factorio Space Age playthrough was 9 months? 10? I played it on the plane on the way to conferences. I have a picture somewhere of me on a plane with my laptop playing Factorio Space Age on a spaceship. And it just says space in the air or something like that. It's going to Montana, I think. I'm gonna bring the rock down, but the rock's not available yet. I don't know if I'd say I enjoy it, but I don't hate it. I love the music, and I love the design, and I love the lore. I don't necessarily love the fight. Goodbye, buddy. I do love that ability. Do them one by one. Alright. Let me know when something's in the Discord and I'll go take a look. See if... I did. I didn't fuck it up this time! I knew I could do it! I knew I could do it. Out of all of the runs that I've ever done, I've never done that right. I always got it just a little bit wrong. Till now. Oh yeah, probably. Hello, Sherm. If there's anything I'm a little nervous about is that your job hinges on the bar results. Yeah. That's both the good thing and the bad thing about the fact that I already have a job. Is my job is contingent on me having a PhD. But I don't have a PhD yet. So if I don't get the PhD, then by August, then the job I also do not have. It's nice that I don't have to worry about PhD first, then job. I already have something lined up, but it's also not nice because that's a problem if I don't get it. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot more detail added between the last iteration. The lighting, the texturing. Yeah, the one on the card, not as much of a change. Still a little bit, but not much. But the portrait overall, much cleaner version. Bruh. Yeah, the little nose are cute. That was clean as fuck. That was a little weird. Meanwhile, my wife, we're never ever poor, but we're a lot more stable because of your job. Yeah. Right now, we're the opposite. We were never really poor, but we're super stable thanks to her job. I don't make a whole lot as a PhD student. Come to shock nobody, of course. But what is it that you always say? You always say you're not quite a sugar mommy, you're more of a Splenda mommy. Sweet and low mom. It's light sugar. Ah, well. I'm not really a breadwinner, I'm more of a crumb winner. Yeah, we do eat a lot of chicken. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have like chili and steaks, beef money. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to have Applewood smoked bacon money.
Yeah, bacon money is gonna be pretty good too. I'm more excited about the beef money than the bacon money. Well, stop thinking about bacon. We can't have bacon right now. Oh, the task. Yeah, Loti Awu Yarlik task skipped this arena like 5 times. It skipped the arena. It just never actually did the rest of the arena. It really was hilarious. It was so fucking funny. Yeah, little fly. Goodbye, Morwing. We will see you again in a minute. Nice to buy something other than chicken. It'll be nice to have something other than chicken. I do hate the heat. Okay. Desaturation shaders and then some shader mask chicanery. Ooh, ooh. Did it change? We have a new iteration. We have a new iteration. It did in fact take longer. The lower bound is still converged. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. Potentially. Minimum of 3 more. Desaturation shaders and then shader mesh chicanery to get the red isolated. The like fully just blood red image, the top right one, I guess the second one, very artistic overall. You can definitely tell that so many hours have gone into the project as a whole. Everything is just so smooth. Oops, I just left the temple. So those are music gigs and then charity and stuff. We've had to do a lot less random things. Yeah, exactly. A lot less extra money. Because you just actually have money. And don't have to do a bunch of go to get enough money to get by. I'm still really glad that I quit working at the theater when I did, even though it meant I was a little bit more reliant on my parents for a while. It was such a good decision for my mental health, for my workload. My most successful paper to date came right after I stopped working at the Nice, double kill. There's one very specific thing that I'll usually brag about that paper, but it would immediately dox me, so I'm not. It is a very highly read paper. I'll say that much. Very proud of it. We've been planning a dinner date. First official date as husband and wife. Aww, you guys are gonna have so much fun. Yeah, I've never had to clean up another condom in a theater again. Yeah, that was bad. I still think that the worst experience I ever had at the theater was either needing to clean up people's puke, or... No, this one takes the cake. The used, not in the way of intended, mind you, adult diapers after the boss baby. Those were pretty bad. Those were pretty bad. Once we get to Bellheart here, we're gonna wrap up. What am I doing? No, 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 no. Holy shit, he came all the way from downtown! There it is. There it is, wow. Oh my. Hey, I can't imagine hating a movie so much I puke. That's how I felt watching any scary movie. Oh, you can! Never mind. hate the scary movies. They kill the genre of movie. We all just let them come back to do it again. Yeah, the scary movie series, not scary movies, the, like, genre. Okay. Oh, you know what? We should probably... Do I even have a memory locket? Warding bell. There we go. Wow. Woo! Quite the progress in the Steel Soul run. Quite the progress. An hour in at Bellheart. A little behind, like, any percent pace. But I think that is a great place for us to end. For now. Yeah, surreal to get so far. That's one of those things when you pour hours and hours and hours into something, you never really realize just how much, like, you've done and how far you've gone since the beginning until you look back at the beginning and see. I look at my code from my first year and I'm like, this is ass. It's so computationally inefficient, it's so confusing, the naming conventions are weird, the way that I'm indexing things is weird, the way that I'm storing things is weird. I'm like, this is bad. This is so bad. And then now, I look at the stuff I'm writing and I'm like, yeah, pretty standard. And then my colleagues look at it and go, what the fuck are you writing? I'm like, oh, just this. Yeah, just that, huh? That's all. The background object? R? Is that an elf from... What's that an elf from? Like, Legend of Zelda or something? Not really sure. Remodeled all of them. Yeah. Pretty fucking sick, right? That's just thousands and thousands of hours. What the fuck, Benji? The Discord pings updates whenever somebody updates their profile picture. It's a way that we can make sure that nobody is, like, making their profile picture NSFW. At least I think. I'd have to ask Ruins what the exact purpose was. Yeah, me and Supreme had this conversation last night. You're proving him right. That's great. Oh, that's great. I mean, the work on it is phenomenal. The posing... Oh shit, there's a bunch more. It looks so natural just sitting on top of the vehicles. Like, how do you get the posing to the point that they can just do that? Like, I quite literally don't understand how you get the posing to look so natural. Look at that one. The dude in the red jacket on the hood of the car. He's got so much swagger.
Because I've sat like that.
It is comfy as heck, but also the fact that you create the model, do the texturing, do the rendering, do all of the things yourself from the base files, and then can pose them like this. That's two, like, entirely different aspects of the piece.
Trying to master, especially because trying to master the balance between, like, paying homage to the 2D style, like, Ghibli Studios type shading, and then also keep it as a 3D model and have it work. It's so beautiful. It's a very modern style of rendering, and it is kind of tricky to get that balance, and I honestly think it's delightful in that picture with the kid. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a blend of like 2D style and 3D style model rendering, and it is stunning. And I like the way that you make the like traditional 3D rendering as background. It adds just a little bit of like diversity to draw the eye towards the protagonist in the center of the frame. It's absolutely masterfully done.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Speaking with the other artists in the space, I've learned I have an extreme specialty for posing. It shows.
Evidently.
it shows. It's crazy. Only the most important character in Ocarina of Time. Harriet had the audacity to ask me. Okay, so I was right. It was Legend of Zelda. It was Ocarina of Time. You know, I probably only recognize it because of the fact that in the Archipelago randomizer, we're all doing somebody's doing OOTR every single time. They're doing an Ocarina of Time randomizer every single time. Posing models takes extremely long. Pay attention to the details like the hair, the physics, etc. Yeah, the hair is posed. Especially it's obvious in the one with the pink hair, how the hair is like, it's very much the anime style of hair, but it's posed as if it's flowing naturally, which is pretty fucking nuts.
I was actually noticing the detail in the buckles on the boots.
Yeah, that too, and the way that the like feet in the boots are rotated with the ankles, the way that that's like naturally arced between.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just that the lighting and shading and slight like differences in the angles of the buckles on the boots tells an entire story from even afar. It's a little detail, one of those details that most people's eyes will just gloss over, but their brain still processes the information to give them context about the image, and it is just phenomenal. Or like
the chain on the guy with the red jacket.
Well, I was actually looking at the creases on his wrists and elbows.
Oh yeah.
And in the jeans, like that tells its own story.
That's the subtle shit that I didn't even really notice as a first glance, but that's an aspect of it that, you know, is important, because you would notice if it's like you would notice if it wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not really something that your eye notices, but your brain processes the information and informs the image. Like, it's one of those things, like you said, you would notice it if it wasn't there. You know you've done your job right as an artist if the details just kind of disappear.
The wrinkles are pre-done from the in-game modeling. Okay.
Even still.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Posing models has a logic. You just kind of get a natural grasp for how humans pose and how poses are done, especially in body language.
That's where I struggle.
With posing?
Yeah, I don't pose very well. I usually end up having to take a picture of you or myself and use that as a model, but I can't just pose naturally in my head.
Work in Progress has some really experimental poses. Well, I mean, experimentation is how you get shit to work. Speaking from experience. I don't know how many versions of the code that I currently have running at work I went through. I think 5 before I finally settled on the one that I have now. And that's just 5 versions of the one aspect. If I had to count all of the versions of everything that goes into the overall code that's running now, I would say it's probably 20 to 30 versions of everything. Posing is easier when it's not lines and it's a physical model.
Maybe so, but I've still made some pretty unnatural poses with the old school like wooden doll models where you articulate their joints to pose a certain way and it still don't look right. You have a real knack for it.
Yeah, honestly. Between the modeling itself, the texturing of the models, and then the posing of the models. Fun fact for hands, they're no less hard in 3D. I tend to actively observe my own hands to recreate the pose you're looking for. That makes sense.
Hands and
Yeah.
feet are so difficult.
Yeah.
Those stupid phalanges piss me off.
Yeah, no kidding. Ugh. I can't even
Fuck
imagine.
those digits.
Fuck those digits. And this is why I just do math all the time. Fuck those digits. Yeah, feet I would. No. The objectively correct answers and then the wild card. Feet. Awful. But I think I will go on ahead and call it there. I think that that is a really great wrap up to everything. Getting those last two achievements in Silksong, and then going through the evolution of all of the art, going through the evolution of all of the work that I've put in over the course of the stream. This is a really great place for us to end it off on. So thank you everybody for coming by, for being a part of something that was so great and was built up over so many years. It's all gonna stay where it's at, it's not going anywhere, and eventually some more may come, but not in the same form that it has been so far. And I'll post a video talking a little more about specific detail, but Supreme, keep up the fantastic art. Everybody else, keep up the fantastic everything else. Nick, keep up the fantastic lawyering. Have fun as much as you can on the bar, and go get that big shot lawyer job. Harriet, keep on keeping on with Dio and with all the other, just everything in your life. I hope you're just continuing to do well with all of the site things, and yeah. Anybody else that's here, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for being here. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your night, week, month, whatever. Get some sleep if you need to. I know some of you do. And I'll be around. That's it for the stream. See y'all.